Hey to you and to everybody that's in our community. I received like thousands of responses to how can I help. So I really do want to help, and I do want to get down to the nitty-gritty of each different aspects of your life and the things that are upsetting you or maybe blocking you, or stories that you're telling yourself, all those things that have to do with money, that have to do with career or business, that have to do with health and energy and relationships and all that. But I want to start off today by talking about, now, no matter what situation or circumstance you find yourself in, and many of you wrote in very detailed stuff, other ones have very more general questions. Whatever situation you find yourselves in, you're focused on what you don't want, or what you don't have, or what you missed, or what you lost. And that is always in lack. And from a universal perspective, you cannot create what you do want from a place of lack, because it holds two very, very different vibrations. So this is at the basis of the universe. This is basic universal law thing. If you're focused on the problem, you cannot create the solution. If you're focused on the problem, you can't even find the answers and the solutions that do exist in this realm of possibility. When I get it, when we're here, when the situation is almost paralyzing us, it's hard to see above it. I get that. So I'm going to give you a process that I use probably on a daily basis to shift from here to over here. Because what I mean by here is, this is the contrast. This is what you don't want. This is what you don't have. This is what you are longing for, or so disgusted with, or fearful of. This is all the stuff that's holding you over here, because your focus and your attention, your energy, most importantly, is here. So you want to ask yourself, okay, here I'm at, right? This is where I'm at. This is my situation. What do I want? If I don't want this, what do I want? If I'm frustrated with I don't have enough money, what do I want? And most of you say, well, I want enough money. What does that mean? I want to have more money coming in than going out at the end of the month. I want to have money in a savings account. What do you want? Get specific, because it's so general. I want enough. What is that? What would enough finally feel like for you? That's the epidemic that's going around, is that so many of us human beings are stuck in lack and limitation. And when we get stuck in that focus, unless something shifts our attention to pull us out, and it's usually us that has to do that, we get out of the situation, and we get out of continuing to create situations like that that are based in the energetic holding of lack, by asking ourselves, what do I want? Shifts your focus and shifts your attention. What do you want? Why? Why do you want it? And the reason most of us want something, the why, is because we want to feel a certain way. So how do you want to feel? Every time you make this shift, it makes a huge shift in your focus, in your mindset, in your energy. When you focus on what you want, why you want it, and how you want to feel, you're now in the direction to move, to align. So the other thing I want to say is, a lot of people were saying, I want my ex to fall in love with me again, or I want this person to change, or I want my kids to do something different. I will tell you that with law of attraction, universal laws, you cannot ever make somebody do something or force someone to do something that they don't want to do. For example, there were several of you that emailed me and said, how do I get my ex to accept me back? Or how do I get my ex back? And you can't get someone to do something. So law of attraction, I'm not going to tell you some like law of attraction hack to get your ex-boyfriend or girlfriend or wife or husband to come back to you. What I am interested is, where are you now? And how are you holding in your mind that relationship? How are you holding how you think of that person? How are you holding the story about it? For example, I was left, I was cheated, I was betrayed. Those things are probably all very true. But the more you hold on to them, and the more you hold on to those stories about it, you can't shift into abundance. You can't shift in the possibilities that do exist. So what was it about that person that you did enjoy? What was it about yourself that you enjoyed when you were with that person? Look at all the different positive aspects. And from that place, then look at, if I'm really missing that person, maybe what I really want is another relationship. And maybe someone that is exactly like that person, but maybe a little different. What didn't you like about that person? And what would you have enjoyed instead? So always shifting your focus. This is the basics that I can give you, is that there's lack and there's abundance. And when you're focused on lack, and how do you know if you're focused on lack? You feel bad. You always feel bad when your perspective, your mindset, your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, everything is focused in lack. You cannot feel good. It defies who you are. The divine in you is always in the place of infinite possibilities. The divine in you always makes the impossible possible. The divine in you has realms of energy and vibration and magnificence that you cannot find right now when you're focused on what's not real. But to the human, feels very real. You have to remember you are bigger, you are more than your circumstances and situations. And if you really, really do want to change them, you need to make a choice. Lack or abundance. What do I want? Why do I want it? How am I going to feel? And you need to make a decision. Instead of feeling like the victim to all the weight that I've gained, do something about it. Be willing to be a person that has a thinner body or a more fit body or a more healthy body. Be willing, decide that you're going to be the person that is financially abundant. Decide that you're going to give up your frustrations of financial, chasing money all the time, that you're going to live above the realm of money. There is nothing that is as low as a problem in this universe when you really get to the full dimensional part of who you are, and when you start becoming more of the deliberate creator that you are. Allow yourself to breathe into the fact that there is a divine guidance in you. There is a divine creator in you that created you. And you have everything it takes to shift your focus. That is your job as the human counterpart to it. What do you want? Why do you want it? How do you want to feel? I don't care what your circumstance or situation is. Ask yourself those questions and write it down. It's powerful when you write it down. Take time for you and get clear. And I'll continue the conversation with other responses from very specific as we go along. So I hope that helps for today. Have a great day.